So, sorry about the network issues, Maxwell. Can you please come tell us about the Supreme Court and the plans that are being hatched against Monday, please? Let's take that once again.
All right, thank you very much. I was talking about the possibility of Musa Datjo Mohammed being on the 7-man panel that is supposed to hear the appeal on the election petition, which has been brought before the Supreme Court by, Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar. Now, what I was trying to say or analyze for the understanding of the general public is that the court has a life of its own, from the period where a case is brought before the court of law till the time that the case is dispensed. The court has a life. And within that life, in the case of an election petition, there is a time frame, and that time frame may be considered as the life of the court. Now, the time frame for the Supreme Court started on the 6th of September when the Court of Appeal delivered judgment in the case. And that time frame or that life is supposed to end somewhere about the 6th of November, because they have 60 days to hear, entertain, hear, and determine the matter before it. Now, it will be an abuse on the constitutional provisions, on our laws, on the dispensation of justice to put a person who is going to retire 7 days or about 9 days before the life of the court should end. Now, when you talk about the jurisdiction of a court can have jurisdiction in several instances. One of those instances is regarding the justices that are sitting to hear a case before the court. Now, if a court does not have the jurisdiction as it regards to the number of justices that are supposed to hear the matter, the court is left without jurisdiction. So in that instance, whoever is supposed to sit on the panel is supposed to be able to sit from the start till the end, all of the 7 justices. Meaning that Datjo Mohammed is supposed to be able to sit till 6th of November 2023. If he is going to retire, because he will be turning 70, which is the retirement age, on the 26th of October 2023, if he is going to retire before the 6th of November 2023, he has no business being on the panel, because from the 26th, where he's going to retire, the court will no longer have any life of jurisdiction if he is made on the panel. So it is a constitutional crisis we are about to have. That is, if the news we are hearing is true. And for the issues of Justice Ogunwumiju, who we are already hearing that may also be part of the panel, that would be an aberration. That would be an infringement of, the tenets of justice, of democracy. One of the principles of justice is that there must be fair hearing. You must hear the other side. That is one aspect of it. Audio autorem patem. And then you need to make sure that whoever is sitting as a judge in the case is not a party to the case or does not have an interest in the case. So it is very important at this point for Ogunwumi to recuse herself, if at all she has been made a part of the panel. Because number one, she has a son in the person of Kehinde Ogunwumiju, who is a party in this suit. Her biological son, who is a lawyer, a senior advocate of Nigeria, who represented the APC at the tribunal level. So even if the lawyer would be part and parcel of the case at the Supreme Court or not, she cannot be on that panel because she already has a familiar relationship with one of the parties. So there is no guarantee of justice. It is very important that I state here also that one of our sons, again, is also a member of the APC. That is 2 people having relationship, and not just any relationship. We are talking about a consanguine relationship between the party before the court and the justice who will be sitting to hear this matter. So it is actually, it will be injustice to have her on that panel. And I must state that a justice recusing themselves from a case does not mean that they do not have the capacity to hear the case. It is on the basis of justice that they are doing this, to make sure that every party goes home with the satisfaction that justice has been done. So these two persons cannot be a member of that panel. But I want to believe that this news that we are hearing are unconfirmed, and we've not seen any list, authoritative list yet. But if we see any news that has cannot have on that panel, we cannot have him on the panel. It is very, very important for us to state that. Thank you very much, Mr. Kanu.
Yeah, Maxwell, yes, thank you. And again, Maxwell, this hearing of Monday, we know in 2019, there was no hearing. It be like, say, this very particular hearing because of the motion where Atiku Abubakar filed. And how you take CM, because they no suppose get last time where they sit, they no get this kind of hearing, but this time they get hearing. How you take CM? Be like, say, they want treat that matter, made them for accept Atiku Abubakar's evidence according to their rules.
Now, if you read my tweets where I talked about the issue surrounding Justice Musa Datijo, these were also the things I raised there. There are only two reasons that Musa Datijo can be made a part and parcel of the 7-man panel to hear this case. And the second item I talked about here is on the side of the negativity. Now, we are already aware that the FBI and several other security agencies in the United States of America have promised to release criminal records, criminal files on Bola Tinubu. It's unfortunate that we have a president who has a lot of criminal files, which are numbering up to, 7,000, I'll be 70,000 pages before, I think 7,000 pages before the United States of America. It is actually unfortunate. However, the only reason why they may want to do this is to fast track the process so that before the criminal records are released, that they are able to deliver, judgment on the matter. Because it would be a shame that there are criminal records staring at the general public at the face, and that there is also, a judgment by the court that is affirming Bola Tinubu as president in the face of criminal allegations, in the face of forgery, and in the face of a lot of allegations, which are, of course, verifiable and have been proven by documents, I must state categorically. When you look at the depositions by Chicago State University and several other documents that are available to the general public. So we can conclude that this may be a calculated attempt. But on Monday, I don't believe that judgment is coming on Monday. It is not possible because the judge or the justices will need to decide on the motion that is before it. Recall that Atiku Abubakar had already filed a motion which it had submitted that it won the court to decide whether they will be adducing fresh evidence or not. And they would need time for them to, further their arguments regarding the motion. And of course, they would also need time for them to adopt all the documents that have been filed before the court. So a lot of people have made these speculations, but I don't believe that we'll be seeing justice or judgments coming from the courts on Monday, because when you look at the applications that have been made, the documents that have been filed, except the court will want to deliver what summary judgment, but I don't see that coming on Monday.
Okay, thank you very much. Our own UC Max, like how you they take explain these things, make our audience they understand them, and obedience worldwide, make them know say yes, Monday now to hear motion, and from there we will see the plans and the secret nature of our Supreme Court as they never reveal every where they come out there. And the same Monday again, we know say Nadeko they convey within them call World Conference. This is the way they want talk about the issue of CSU certificate, and that one na far away United States for Chicago. Now in that very one they happen, and our own production team on a feed display the things we be say make on for make them know say the invite they there. They say everybody where there for US made them for pay attention to waiting they happen. But at the same time, they call them the news flash for immediate press release. They said the National Democratic Coalition Organization, NADECO USA, in its determination to ensuring quality and sustainable democratic development and growth of the citizenry in Nigeria, Africa's most populous nation, is organizing a historic World Press Conference inside the Chicago City Hall, the citadel of democracy in the state of Abraham Lincoln. The purpose of this historic press conference is to provide journalists and the international community the opportunity to ask the needed question that will properly investigate and shed more light on the alleged forged certificate from Chicago State University, CSU, by Nigeria President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He said, this is part of a statement signed by the Publicity Secretary of NADECO, Comrade David Adenekan, and made available to news media and journalists today, Thursday, 19th October 2023. The World Press Conference is scheduled to hold on October 23rd, being Monday, 2023 at 9:45 a.m. prompt. Now, Maxwell, coming back to you. Now that we have this World Press Conference that is scheduled to hold the same Monday as the Supreme Court matter is also scheduled the same Monday, at exactly the same timing. Although I think Chicago time is slightly different from Nigeria time, and with the looming protest that is coming on Disqualify Tinubu from all well-meaning Nigeria, how do you think that will affect the hearing of the Supreme Court, and also how the protest that people are planning to do, how it will affect the mindset of the justices that are going to be on this very matter? Because it seems like this is the last straw. If it is not, if justice is not done at the Supreme Court level, it just simply means that that is the last bus stop. So what is your take on this, please?
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Kanu. The truth is, this has a lot of bearing on the case that is before the court. It is very important that I state this, and I state it categorically, that everything you see that is happening have a bearing on the decisions of the court. I'll tell you why. On a normal day, in a normal country, not a country like ours where the judiciary has decided to toe some path that is not, favorable to justice. In a normal world, the court will not care about what is happening on the outside of the court. In a normal world, its judgment will be based on justice, the case before it, and just justice, the issues that have been brought before the court, the arguments that have been canvassed before the, and what the laws actually say about the case before it. But because of our courts have only shown us that they are only concerned with technicalities, it